Hi, I'm Andrew Armstrong. Welcome to Back of his Teardown Lab. I still have a few camera bits, and that's because, you know, I couldn't bear to throw away some of these parts. And this is a nice little screen module. Again, probably not useful for anything, but I'm going to keep that aside for now. I like that. I like that. It's a cute, nice little piece. But here's these two things that look really fun to me. This is the whole sort of lens assembly, and I can't remember how I was doing it earlier, but yeah. If you twist it by the right things, look, you can get it to do its in and out and its little zoomy stuff in there. So that's quite cool. And this is the actual, you know, viewfinder bit that goes on your eye. So here's the knob that adjusts its, you know, focus. And it looks like it's got a lid you can prise off. Again, we can't really use this for anything, so it doesn't hurt us to have a look inside. Oh, how cool is that? Something fell out. Don't know what that bit of foam was for. But look, you see that's the assembly. Let's see if we can zoom in a bit. So when you're looking through here, that's the bit that's moving forwards and backwards. And I like this bit of glass. That's very nice. And look, there's another bit of glass in here. That's to keep all the dust out of this region, I suppose. And this itself is the screen. Look, it's a teeny little screen. Almost looks like the CCD. And look, that's the backlight. So this wire here is the sort of LED backlight, which I think we can actually see if I use my brute strength and prise this bit off. It's tiny. See this very tiny little tab here. There we go, got the tab off. Let's put that down. And that's it. That's the LED in there. It's probably like a single LED, maybe two. And the little bits of plastic that serve to sort of reflect the light internally so it's nice and even over the display. And then that's the little LCD screen itself. How scary and small is that? You can actually see through it here at this point. Should we go one step further? Let's have a look at what it actually looks like under the plastic. So it's a bit of glass. That's what it looks like to me. Ow. Glass and sharp metal. That's a bit of polarizing filter. We know all about the polarizing filters from our Game & Watch, if you recall. And that's what we sort of just got on there last time. But I don't really have something as teeny to get under there, but yeah, you could take off the polarizer if you really wanted. That's exactly what I've scratched right now. Funky, isn't it? Funky how all this stuff, so intricate, so amazing, so valueless. I do like this lens though. I mean, these pieces of glass are cute too. Definitely glass. That I like that a lot. I don't need the whole assembly though, I just need the sort of lens. It's actually a couple of lenses, look. Oh, look at that. They're actually sandwiched together. See those clips? Groovy. Look into my eyes. Yeah, it's gonna be, I'm just gonna hold it up to my eye and just see. Oh yeah, it's like a magnifying glass. So if I hold that up to my eye and do that, it's like a kind of a jeweler's loupe. Going to be really hard to convince my camera to focus on something, but yeah, that is amazing. That's actually so crazy useful. And I'll give you an example of that. That's because, you know, when you have that sort of this lens right up to your eye, just put your finger right up, you know, near your eye, and you won't be able to see anything that close. Remember, your eye's like just virtually on this thing. That's why you need such a strong lens to bend all that light to give you that focal thing so it hits you right in your cornea. Great. Now that's all fun and games. We're only keeping this bit out of this whole lot, so I'm just going to clear that. Oh, there's a nice little speaker. That's the speaker. Just chuck that on the shelf as well. That's good. The rest I don't need. I mean, we could. Okay, I'll leave the LED out here, and there's a reason for that. And I'm going to show you that in 1 second. 1,000. That's because I've got this, and it's got power on it. Yeah. In fact, it's not very high current, so it's not going to be very dramatic. And I'm going to use it for putting power on stuff that shouldn't have the power applied to it, and we can see if it does anything. So here's our LEDs, and I've just sort of scratched the insulation off the wires. Ready, steady, yeah, baby. And that was it. That was all she wrote. That was a cool colour though, right? It was really blue. Oh, there you go. It's kind of there. Can you see it? I wonder what the blueness was. I wonder if the blueness was the LED killing itself, and now we're just getting some sort of weird after effect. Yeah, it's gone. There's no current. Right, that bit's gone. So I'm going to wind the power down now. Let's keep it right down, and we're going to try to do stuff with this. So this is the motor. I can see that there's two lots of sensor here. These obviously detect when the thing reaches end stop. So all of these pins, these 1, 2, 3, 4, they're all motor drive pins. So one of them's probably a ground, probably on one of the ends, which I'm just going to say here. And we're just going to randomly. No, it didn't do anything. Didn't do anything. Hold it there. No, that's sad. It must be these are stepper motors. So we've got nothing to lose at this point. Let's put the voltage right up and have a crank on this, see if it does anything nasty. I heard it. Now the problem is with stepper motors is you'd have to basically energize these coils in the right order. And that's never going to happen. I just don't have the time nor the patience. So let's tear into this thing. Tear into it like a monkey on a cupcake. So there's all our ribbon cable out. So we know if we hold this sort of outer edge and we twist it, it was doing a kind of a ejecty thing going on. Come on, come on. Release. Doesn't want to now. It's happy where it is. Fine. Oh, this is going to be mental. Look at all these. There's a lot of screws in here because it's going to be full of gears. It's going to be like gears upon gears upon gears. But you're probably wondering, why am I bothering to try to get into it if we know we're not going to be able to do anything with it? And that's because it's going to have some interesting... Hang on a cotton pick a minute. We tore up all that, but that thing looks suspiciously to me like a regular motor. Intriguing. Alright, let's get our power again. Let's see what we can do with this. That's definitely a motor there. Yeah! Sounds awesome, actually. So what would that have been driving? That's driving this outer edge cog. Ah, so this is the bit that would spin this one to make it come out. Like that. Oh, there's loads of random bits coming out. These are all sort of bushes and collets and bearings and everything. Yeah. Meanwhile, back to our motor with this sort of spinny thing here, which is very dark actually. You might not be able to see that on the camera. Just want to see again. Yeah, that's fun. We'll keep that motor. It's got a little gearbox actually. Now, throw that piece away. Let's throw that piece away. Let's work our way into this. Oh, this is heavy. Oh, look at that. That is a nice lens. That is a bit of glass, that is. Oh, yes. Look at that. Oh, mercy, mercy, mother. Do you see what that is in there? That's like a sort of a worm drive for moving this lens forward and backward. See that? That is pretty darn cool. Oh, unfortunately it didn't break in the right way. So this little motor here, do you see how it spins? It spins this thing up and down. There's a pin that moves up and down this shaft based on that. This is a super sensitive fine piece of equipment here that we've obviously broken. Let's try to apply some power, see if it does anything interesting. It does have 4 contacts though, so that's a bit weird. So I think it's a kind of a stepper. Yeah. So it won't spin like a regular motor because it's too precision for that, but then it would move. Do you see how it moves this lens forward and backwards? That's how it's going to do some of that focusing. Very cute. That motor's no good to us though because it's far too sophisticated. So there's another lens. So you've got 3 lenses here, and look, they're all running inside this and moving backwards and forwards to sort of do all the focusing and stuff and zoom control. This is the sort of difference as well, by the way, with one of these sort of relatively cheap cameras compared to one of the sort of like ones that you're looking through this, is that how many lenses and things it's got. And this, look at that, that's your sort of iris. So those blades should open up when commanded. It's a fact, yeah, it's a shutter as well. It's a whole load of stuff in there. But I'm pretty sure it's not going to want to activate with our crude power, but we can have a go. Very hard to see this. It's all so dark. And I know I'm sure on the camera it's going to be, you'll be struggling to see it, but hello, I heard something there. So there you have it, all discombobulated. A few bits of fun glass here to play with, and maybe a homemade macro lens if I really kind of want to do some homemade macroing. Look at that. Yeah. But yeah, that's it. Really intricate, very interesting stuff, and you just chuck it into landfill. This took some designing, I can tell you. Please feel free to like this video, click subscribe, leave comments down below. And as ever, thanks for watching.